So, welcome back. Now, yesterday, my friend asked me, and he's a Form 2 student in Hong Kong. He asked me how to solve this equation: x squared minus 5x is equal to -6. He said that he used his current knowledge. He can't solve this equation at all. He tell me what he tried to do. He tried to factor out the x is equal to -6. But then he has no idea to what he should do. Now let me tell you, this is redundant. If we encounter a squared term, what is our first step? Our first step is always to make the right hand side 0. Remove all the term to left hand side. Now it becomes x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So how can we do that? It is easy. We can factor this trinomial into x minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, this is a primary level. Why? Because you can use your brain. There is 2 factor multiplied, and it is equal to 0. So, no matter x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is 0, it's also going to give out 0. So we will have x minus 2 equals to 0 or x minus 3 equals to 0. Because one of the term is 0, regardless what is the other term, we will also get 0. So we will have 2 answers. X is equals to 2 or x is equal to 3. Now remember, most of the quadratic equation, I mean equation with a squared term, will have 2 answers, most of them. Now if you don't believe me, fine. You can just substitute them. So it is easy. We just do some factorization. But what if we encounter another situation, like x squared plus x is equals to -1. Now, no matter what we encounter, we always want the right hand side to be 0, and then we move all term into left hand side. And you see, you really cannot factor this trinomial. So what can we do? Now I have to introduce one thing. It is the famous quadratic formula. All of it is about for ax squared plus bx plus c, where ABC is a constant and a is not equal to 0. So this we must have a x squared term. And then we will get this: x is equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now why? I will absolutely make another video explaining why x will be equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now, With this formula, this can easily be solved. We just plug in the ABCs. We will get x is equals to negative p b. We look at the b term. The coefficient is 1 because nothing is before x. It means that we have negative 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared. B squared is still 1 and minus 4. Now what is a? A is also 1 because nothing is before it. And then C is also 1 over 2a, which is 1. Now we will get x is equal to negative 1 plus or minus negative 3. 1 minus 4 is 3 over 2. Now this is our answer. Now maybe you will ask me, what is the square root of negative 3? Maybe we will just leave it alone. It will introduce to another world, the complex world. And I will absolutely do another video about it.